Hey friend, welcome to On the Daily. I'm your host, Danielle McCleary, and I am a quantum business coach. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm a multi-six-figure entrepreneur, co-founder and president of HypeU Media, and CEO of Danielle on the Daily Coaching. What I'm really interested in is helping you live a life and have a business that is a full body yes. So through all of my education and all of my experience, I'm bringing you 2 episodes a week where I will guide you and give you the tools necessary to scale a massive, sustainable, and sexy business using your intuition, wealth energetics, and human design. What we can call it is business biohacking. So if you're down for that, then I say let's frickin' go. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, On the Daily family. How are you today? It is a very rainy, stormy day here in the hill country of Texas. There is so much thunder and lightning. And it's so funny because my dog is mostly fine. Like they don't really, the husky Sky, she doesn't care. She just lays on the couch and just does her thing. Oakley, the little one, she's mostly fine, but then every once in a while she like comes over and she'll just kind of like lick my shin and look at me like, Mama, it's a little bit scary. This is just a little bit scary. So that's what we're up to. We're just having a rainy day over here. It was Mother's Day this weekend. So if you are a mother of any kind, trying to be a mother, all the things, sending you so much love. I think moms are just so freaking rad. Moms and stepmoms alike, like just cool people. And I'm biased, but I think we're awesome. So if you celebrated Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. I celebrated Mother's Day, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in this episode. Before I get into that, I have to share that tomorrow I'm hosting a free, yeah, you heard that right, free masterclass. It's called Main Character Energy. And I know that this is something that most people want more of in their life. And I know that because this is one of the things, like showing up in the moment. I mean, y'all, it took me so long to like build out systems in my business because I am so good in the moment. And then it came to the point where that was bottlenecking me. So I had to implement behind the scenes systems. Wow, say that 10 times fast. But through implementing systems, I really learned like how valuable having that main character energy is, that ability to just show up and be in the moment and lead from a genuine place and, show up as yourself no matter what. And so I figured we need a masterclass about this. So we're doing it, and it's tomorrow, Wednesday, May 17th. If you have not registered, please click the link in our show notes or come to my Instagram, Danielle_on_the_daily, send me a DM and I will send you the link. It will be recorded. So even if you can't make it live, don't worry, you'll be able to watch the recording. And everything will be streamed from my new free Facebook community, which is Main Character CEO. I decided to launch a free Facebook community just for anyone who's looking to like connect with others, be part of something like this community. I think it's just going to be really cool. And I'm excited to go live in there. I'm excited to share some free masterclasses in there. I'm excited to grow that community and then see other people connect in there as well and network. Cause I just think like networking is such a big thing. So once you register for the masterclass, you'll get automatically added into that Facebook group and you'll already be a part of it. So that's exciting. Second, Hype University, which is my new business, which is HypeU Media. It's our podcast network. The Hype University is launching June 1st, and it's a membership platform. So if you're a brand new entrepreneur, you don't really know what you're doing, you're ready to jump in, but you have no idea where to start. You just want to learn and soak up as much information from as many different people as possible. Hype University is kind of the entry point to that higher level learning, that infinite education. And inside we have the best coaches. If you've listened to other shows on our network, they are your coaches. The other hosts of this podcast network are your coaches inside of Hype University. And so currently we are running pre-sale pricing. And if you want in of Hype University for less than $1 a day, literally, you can click the link in our show notes to get that link. again, you can come send us a message at HypeU_media. That's HYPE, the letter U_media. You can slide into our DMs and we can send you the link there as well. But that's going to be very exciting. And I cannot wait, because inside you get weekly trainings, you get course rentals, you get all the things, plus a very supportive and engaging community. So those are my updates for you today. Now let's get into this episode. Okay. I want you to think about, so I want you to go and look up your human design chart if you haven't yet, because this is important. You need to know whether you're a specific or a non-specific manifester, and it will help with this episode. So I am a non-specific manifester, which means that I don't do details. Like, you know how they say like, oh, when you're manifesting or when you're praying, make sure you get very, very specific, get really clear on what you want. I used to have to do this thing when I was in network marketing. They wanted us to do this thing called the 21 Reasons Why. And I wanted to stab someone with a pencil every time somebody asked me to do that, because it like literally I would be paralyzed, because I was like, I don't know. It was just too specific for me. And what I came to find out through learning my human design was I am a non-specific manifester, which means my relationship to the universe, God, source, whoever it is for you, is I trust that the universe has my back and the universe is grateful for that trust. If you are a specific manifester, and the way you can tell is if you look at your human design chart, up by the head chakra of your chart, there's 4 different arrows. If you look at the bottom right arrow, looking at it, the bottom right arrow, if that arrow is facing right, you are a non-specific manifester. If that arrow is facing left, you are a specific manifester. And if you are a specific manifester, your relationship with God, source, universe is that universe trusts that you know what you want and you are grateful for that trust. So both relationships are very much rooted in trust and gratitude. It's just like a little bit different. And I am a non-specific manifester, which means that like details do stress me out. I'm not really meant to get like super over detailed when I am, making my wish list. And for so long, I would try to get really specific and then I wouldn't get it, or I would get frustrated and it would throw me like out of alignment. And so I started to just kind of say what I'd like to happen. And then it like let go of just kind of release the how and not worry so much about the details. So I did that with this house. And when we were building this house, I used to just visualize what it would feel like to stand in the kitchen looking out over the woods. So I didn't think about the color of our doors. I didn't manifest like what our furniture would look like. Nothing. I thought about none of that, because any of those details just stressed me out and kind of like dysregulated me in my central nervous system. Where when I would just think about how I wanted to feel when we moved into this house, like when I think about my business, I manifest like how I want my business to feel in my body. When I was manifesting $1 million, I was visualizing what $1 million would feel like to me, those kind of things. And so I have an example that I wanted to share with you in this episode because I think it was really, really cool. So my son, obviously it was Mother's Day and I got the day alone with my dude. He took me to see the Mario movie. He took me to dinner. We had a dance party. We had cuddle time, and he got me and made me so many presents. And one of the things that we did was we had a little dance party in the kitchen. And since I was pregnant with my son, I've been singing the song, Your Song by Ellie Goulding to him. It's the original is Elton John. I used to sing him the Ellie Goulding version. And that's the one that's like, you can tell everybody this is your song. I'm not a great singer. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, that song. How wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. That song. Okay. So you know what song it is. Now there's a line in that song and it says, I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. And I've been singing this song to him since he was in my stomach. And Owen is 7.5. So do the math. And so we're dancing to this song in the kitchen on Mother's Day. And he like pulls away and he goes, Mama, You did it. You bought us a big house. And I just like bawled. And I said, you're right, buddy. I did. And he goes, you manifested that. I said, yeah, I guess I did. And it just like, I just started thinking about this. And that's why I was like, I have to do an episode, because as a non-specific manifestor, it was never my job to like list out the details, right? About like what that big house would look like or like where the money would come from. I just had to say like, I'm going to have money someday and I'm going to buy us a big house where we both can live. And I would just sing him that song. And then here we are living in this like gorgeous, gorgeous home that we like completely designed ourselves. And my business is thriving and my son is happy. He rides his bike in the street. He loves his school. He's so smart. And it just threw me for a loop, because I was just like, damn, there are so many things in my business that have like manifested the same way. And I just get so humbled by it, because right now in my business, we're operating so many things behind the scenes. Like we're implementing funnels and automations, and we're implementing quizzes, and we're implementing just so many things. And I'm actually like looking to hire someone like full time with me. And like we went from like a solopreneur to like a true company. Like this is a coaching firm. This is a company now. And a lot of that can feel very out of control. And I've just had to remind myself, like, you're not meant to know the how, you're not meant to know the details, like just focus on how you want it to feel. And that's what I've been doing every step of the way. And this moment between Owen and I was such a perfect example of that. And I wanted to share it with you, because I think if you're a non-specific manifestor, one thing you do a lot is you'll go, I'm releasing the how, I don't like the details, but if we could make sure that this, and this happen. And then the universe is like, yo, I thought you trusted me. I thought you knew I had your back, right? And it kind of like throws off the dynamic, where same thing with like a specific manifestor, like y'all do like details. So like get clear about what you want. And I see so many specific manifestors like not getting clear, and they're just like, well, whatever happens, happens. Or they settle, right? They ask if you were to ask for like a black iPhone and universe gave you a blue one, you'd be like, well, it's close enough. But like the message is like, don't settle. Like if you're a specific manifestor, don't settle for things you don't want, because here you have this like divine trust from the universe that you know what you want. Then you're just going to settle for something that you don't want. And that's why it's really important to know if you're a specific or non-specific manifestor in human design, because it really does make a difference. And I've seen so many non-specifics try to control things and then they get frustrated and it doesn't work. And I've seen so many specific manifestors try to settle for too many things because they were taught that like just to be grateful for what you have. And yes, be grateful for what you have. And if you know what you want and you know that you want a house with a red door, don't settle till you have a house with a red door. And that's kind of how you actually like maximize the potential of like how you manifest, I think, as if you're following your human design. So I'll leave you with that. I hope this was helpful. If it was, come tell me about it on Instagram. Remember, if you go to Apple Podcasts and you scroll to the bottom and you leave this podcast a 5-star rating and write me a review, screenshot me that before you post it and send it over to me on Instagram or at hey@daniellemccleary.com. And we will give you a discount off of any coaching program or container that is of more value. But I love you all, and I'll be back on Friday. Bye.